Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. It's a huge one, a very, very huge one for North London today. We have Tottenham versus Arsenal, or Arsenal versus Tottenham. Anyway you want to have it. And Mulo Procadini, Crypto Evangelist, is going to be a huge one. We have a very big one today. Um, Looking at the starting lineups for Tottenham, we have a very decent starting lineup. Arsenal has put up the entire stars. North London is looking beautiful. Lots of things to look forward to today. I'm actually hoping personally for a draw, but we all know that anything is possible in a derby. It's just all about having starting well. Everyone expects Arsenal to win. Man City fumbled yesterday. Liverpool also fumbled. So there's a lot of things that are going well for the Gunners at the moment, and it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes. The Arsenal fans are screaming, shouting. I can see from some other people they've made several predictions. I saw a prediction where someone said that the match would end 3-0. Some said 3-1. But just waiting for the game to begin. Lots of things to talk about. Personally, I believe Arsenal has the edge. They are currently in form, but this is after international break, so anything is possible. And let's begin the North London derby. Arsenal are moving from left to right. Tottenham are playing from right to left. So, and we have the infamous Mark Oliver. So let's see what's going to happen. Huge one for the title race. Very huge one. See, Udogie is playing so early. Quick offside for Merino. I think Merino is still starting as the centre forward, and Mikel Arteta, our boy, came from Man City and now he's at the Arsenal. The pitch looks all green already. Hmm. I will see how the impact of Gabriel would work against Arsenal. That's if it will work. I've not really watched Kudus play for Tottenham this season. No. I don't really know what to expect. But they have their coach Thomas Frank, always throwing chewing gum. One of the best coaches at least one of the young best coaches, has the ability. Let's see whether I can conjure something great for Arsenal. The match has started at a frantic pace, which is not surprising to be honest. Like you look at it, Timber is on the board. A lot of noise from the Arsenal fans, as expected. Okay, Hincapié was used to replace Saliba, which is not surprising when I come to think of it. Very beautiful control from Saka. Nice recovery from Udogie. Ateta touching the ball with his feet. Nice one, nice one. Udogie, the man for the occasion. The Gunners are on the counter. You have Bukayo Saka again facing the defender. Nice pass. That was almost an own goal. Very huge from us now. A very great start from us now. Very, 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 very great start. You can drop your comments. Let me know who you think is gonna win this match. That was almost a brilliant start. Easy with the creativity. And then it be like Declan Rice. I dey feel like Declan Rice, Odugo. Feel like Declan Rice. That's the song. He almost scored. Saka is taking the corner now. Corner kick to Oluwa Bukayo Saka. Arsenal as usual with the antics. Ah, that was very close. The way they train for set pieces is just crazy, Arsenal. They put a lot of effort into it. And you can see that Mikel Arteta has has put like so much into ensuring that they really get it right. Like they you know that they train very well for this match, but Christian Romero, very aggressive defender. I do like him, even though he's an aggressive defender. Timber for what's the name of this guy? White. Declan Rice, Odogu, Baddest. You have Merino on the ball. I used to be an Arsenal fan, but now moved to Man City 15 years ago. Not looked back since then. Funny thing, leaving Arsenal, I don't even feel it at all because it's been a long time. Been long, you saw me. I'm expecting Arsenal to win though. Like, most likely they're going to win. But as always, it's always tough. It's a not London derby. So we don't know what can happen. But for Tottenham, I think if they can be able to get the ball into Mohamed Kudus, can have a lot of effects. Richarlison has 4 goals this season. From what I can see, win probability for Arsenal is 69%. Tottenham has 13% win and then 19% for draw. I've missed the days of Ming Son when he could be the difference on the counter attack, especially at the Emirates. He liked to score at the Emirates. Son, that looks like offside. Yeah, Gabriel and Odegaard on the bench, but they are not putting on any outfits. But Arsenal's bench looks quite strong. You have White on the bench, you have Downman. Like it's not a bad bench to be honest. Not a bad bench. When we come to think of it, Udogie, the Italian boy. Then you have Van der Ven and Romero. Nice nudge by my guy Rodrigo Bentancur. Then you have Udoje. Mohamed Saka with his skill. That's a bad tackle from Van de Ven. But Merino is up quickly. Mm, not as bad as it looked. Richarlison has started. What is he complaining about? Oka standing Omolomo, you're complaining. Why are you? What are you complaining about, Richarlison? Declan Rice is playing deeper today, operating more from the left hand side. I think the plan is to get those switch of the ball to Saka. This is another switch looking for Timber. Udoje to his goalkeeper. That wasn't the best of clearances. The boys with Timber. Saka as always. Then you have the Real Sociedad maestro, Zubimendi. Hmm. Kudus trying to run from tight corner. Arsenal are actually dominating. They've penned Tottenham back. Nice move. They are clearly the best team in the league, so it's not really surprising. I don't know those people that are saying other people can win the league because Ateta has these boys well primed to do a lot. Another long ball. This Dan so I've beaten the name. The way he plays is to make me laugh. Plays like somebody with plays like somebody with a trampoline. Why is Romero screaming this early? It's quite early to be screaming, no. Too early to scream. I haven't done much here screaming. It's too early to scream. Oh. Christian Romero. Ball possession is 74 to 26. That's quite that's quite high. Oh. Shows the domination of Arsenal. Mohamed Kudus on the ball. It's more of a driver. Has the ball back to Jet Spence. Then the ball is back with Van der Ven. Both teams are still sizing each other up, which is which is quite interesting when you think about it. Well, see the Arsenal squad, like strong squad. But if Tottenham can survive the first 30 minutes, they can probably have something to say. Hincapié, time has come. I love the way like Mikel Arteta has quietly strengthened the Arsenal team. Because getting Hincapié means that you have a natural person in Gabriel's position. Oh yeah, I just remember Thomas Frank likes to play back three. Mm. And Calafiori, the Italian model masquerading as a footballer. Just even remember that he also plays for Arsenal. Hincapié, Hincapié, Hincapié. We have Calafiori. Okay, Trossard is on the ground. We have to see what is wrong with Trossard. The injury appears to be serious, so he's unable to stand. And then we have Martinelli. You also have Madueke. The Arsenal bench is stacked. This is a very, very stacked bench. A very, very stacked bench. Oh. I don't think Arsenal has been this strong in a while. And they are calling this a depleted squad. This is not a depleted squad though. Because we can see Madueke going out to warm up. Twitter and concentrating on the wrong things. Martinelli was laughing on the bench. Some people are asking that why is Martinelli laughing? Still nil nil. Arsenal has had good chances, but nothing. Nothing much from the Gunners at the moment. Another long throw. When you come to think of it, I think I imagine Arsenal not winning the league since 2004. This is likely to be the season. Yeah, just seeing Paulinia. I've actually forgotten that he plays for Tottenham. Paulinia, the Fulham guy that is always winning tackles everywhere. Always winning tackles. Another tricky throw from Arsenal. Back to Zubimendi, back to Calafiori. Can Tottenham prevent a corner? Kudus, you have to clear this ball, Kudus. Very poor clearance from Kudus. But the ball went out eventually for goal kick. It's quite lucky there. Very lucky. That could so easily have been a very bad mistake. But he lives to fight another day. That's the beauty of that is the beauty of football sometimes. You make mistakes but you you get the very best of it. Another long ball. Still nil. You can always put your predictions in the comment section. Nice turning by Rodrigo Betancourt. Or is even Palinia? Why am I mistaking Palinia for Rodrigo Betancourt? So Tottenham are trying to see if they can use this one to get an opportunity. They are pushing all their players forward with their goalkeeper. What's his name, Seth? This Italian guy coming out to take the Vicario. Yeah, Vicario. There has not been much action, despite the fact that we are 15 minutes into the game. But it is what it is. A long ball in. That should be easy for Raya. I love the way Raya jumps. He has a very high leap. The game has been quite disruptive. Both teams are just disrupting each other. It's just crazy. Zubimendi to Saliba to Timber. Saliba, Zubimendi. Even though Arsenal are not playing three at the back, it's looking like Arsenal are trying to mimic Thomas Frank because Thomas Frank and this is three defenders at the back tends to confuse a lot of teams. And they've been very tight on Saka. Mm, mm. Yee! That was high foot by Kuduso. Trossard, beautiful control by Saka. Saka was frustrated there. The match is getting more and more, it's getting rough. But why will Saka trip that guy? And the person that thought it was a good idea to give Christian Romero the captaincy does not know what he's doing. Though you put a hot-headed person as the captain. Mm. As my friend would say, Ire. But it is what it is, though. We are seeing. Oh, Arsenal has a free kick. Interesting. I thought the ref did not give the free kick. Oh. Hmm. So let's see another opportunity for Arsenal to win. Um, from Bukayo Saka. Let's see if the delivery is going to be better. He tried to go for goal. That was always going to be difficult. There was really no way he's going to beat Vicario with that kind of effort, unless Vicario is sleeping in the goal. But the ball clipped the top of. Okay, it did not clip the top of the ball. It clipped the top of the net. A decent effort, but it would have been better off crossing that ball. Vicario, Vicario, Vicario. Hmm. Nice acceleration by Udogi, trying to win a free kick. Nobody's going to give you that free kick. Surely when Arsenal is at home. Hmm. Nice football. Tottenham has not really been worried that much. Oh. Vicario has only had to make one decent save. Especially the fact that Danso is playing right right centre back. He does not look comfortable there at all. That was very good from Richarlison to win a free kick from. It was very good for him to win a free kick from the defender there. They've been able to manage the game. Tottenham. They are at least the first 19 minutes has been well managed by them. By them, but let's see what they can do with. We are just going to the 28th minute. The match has been boring. It's not like Man City versus Newcastle yesterday, where the first half could have been 5-4. This is more boring football. But this is a long ball though. Let's see how they deal with this ball. Jed Spence, always a talented guy. I remember when I used to write Middlesbrough news then. News about Middlesbrough. He was somebody that was highly rated, but they always complained about the mental side of his football. He was signed to Tottenham by Conte, but since then he has not been able to like really thrive. But today he's starting and he's very, very good as a wing back. So I'm not surprised. I don't know, but Arsenal should be playing more free now. Man City lost yesterday. Chelsea are not really a title contender, so I expected that they will be calm and not have too many jitters. The game is very rough. Looking for Odobet. Odobet is the Burnley winger. hmm Saka and always winning all these funny fouls where he's standing off a player. I'll never ever understand the kind of fouls that he wins, but it works for him. Still 21 minutes gone and nothing much from the Gunners so far. Football can be a boring game sometimes, so because it's a low scoring sport, so you are not having action every time. Just that the tension, the 5 to 10 minutes tension that it can give can be crazy sometimes, especially if that is the difference between winning and losing. Declan Rice to Timber, very poor pass from Timber to Saka. Very boring, very, very boring North London derby. I was expecting to see fire and brimstones, but it's been a ball fest so far. Thomas Frank appears to be saying one or two things, but I don't know how they are like why the match has been boring like this. This Dan is it Dan so that is his name? The way he is on the ball is a very awkward defender. Richarlison, that was very nice from him. Nice by Tottenham. Odebet pass this ball. Michael Oliver is not even gifting both teams the whistle at all. He has been doing a lot of advantage play so far in this match. And we've not really seen much from the two Arsenal wingers, especially Trossard. So there must definitely be a plan in trying to like stretch Tottenham. But when I myself am feeling sleepy as I'm watching this game. Declan Rice, let's see if we can concoct something. We have Timber back to Zubimendi, then Saliba. Eze is playing in the middle, so but I thought they said Eze's best position is on the left, allegedly. That was very decent penetration by Zubimendi. Um, Declan Rice to Eze, back to Declan Rice, back to Calafiori. Ah, that's a brilliant skill from Jet Pencil. Very, very brilliant skill. Tottenham has been able to like just push Arsenal outside of their box 18. And in football, the easiest way to score is when you are creating low value chances. I mean high value chances, sorry. I said low value chances. Just in around the box 18. You can always drop welcome to the live. Currently I have a few people on the live. We have Mark, Asmi, Javi Medrano. Welcome to the live. What are your thoughts about the match? We have a few things like just Arsenal are getting it well. We have Saliba. We have very nice, nice move. hmm Interesting. I would say Arsenal has not played well this first half. Tottenham has not done much, but that was very close to being a mistake. But Arsenal has not done much. The formation looks off. Eze, Merino, Eze in the middle has not been able to touch the ball. They are showing the first half chance again from Declan Rice. Just fired that ball straight at the keeper. But that was a nice opportunity, a nice save. Apart from that, Arsenal has not had any major major opportunity. The match has new written all over it. But it's still too early to decide though. Okay, we've not seen much from Trossard. Saliba is with the ball again. To Saka, back to Saliba, then you have Hincapi. Nice from Easy, wandering, trying to look for space, but the space is not forthcoming. It's not getting like being trying to be patient. Trossard is on the ball, trying to fit one in, unable to do that. Richarlison. The match is very somehow, as they will say. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Trossard on the wing. Let's see what he can do. That looks offside to me. Nice one by Arsenal. The patience. What did Simba just do there? Nice. But nice. That was very quick from Van der Ven. The Gunners are struggling now. The Gunners are struggling badly, badly, badly. If you are watching the game, what do you think? You can drop your comments. Like the Gunners are the Gunners are struggling, very, very, like they've not been able to create any major opportunity. It's been tough for them. So Blue is not been able to create anything. Charlison is fighting for the ball. Nice from Richarlison. Richarlison, close to where the Tottenham players are training. We have Brennan Johnson. We have Begval. Danso is coming into loop the ball into the box 18. That might be the only way for Tottenham to score this today, but let's wait and see. So we're expecting a long throw in now. But Raya is very good in gathering most of all these things. If it was Donnarumma, now, I would have fear. The ref blew for an infraction in the box from the one and only Christian Romero, which is not surprise. Very aggressive player. And Atletico Madrid wanted to sign him this season. Interesting. It's quite interesting. He's even going to fit the kind of defender that Simeone likes. Arsenal has 69% ball possession. Tottenham has 31%. Well, we have Zubimendi with the ball. Saka finally. That looks like a yellow card from Betancourt. Rodrigo Betancourt, my guy. The former Juventus maestro. But that's a brilliant skill from Saka. So the set piece Kings have a free kick, Arsenal. Betancourt had to just take down for the team. Let's see what the Gunners can do. Declan Rice has left a free kick, so it's going to be an in-swinger from the left boot of Bukayo Saka. The last one he tried, he attempted it over the bar that hit the top of the net. This looks much closer. That's a nice save by Vicario. He's finally had to do his second save. Nice play from Arsenal. Arsenal look as if they have 12 men on the pitch. That was a decent save from Vicario from that free kick. Because of the moving bodies, he might not have seen that ball. Oh, he actually saw it. He did see it. Nice shots from Saka. Man City. Oh, another long throw. When the Arsenal start doing long throw, I thought they don't do much of long throw. Mm, from Trossard. Mm-hmm. Arsenal are beginning to dominate now. Crazy. That should have been Tottenham's throwing, but it's Arsenal's throwing. Still nil-nil. I think we're currently in the 34th minute. It's been a struggle so far for both sides. City, best team in the world and all the land. But not now. Arsenal are the best team in the world and all the land. At least at the moment. Arsenal fans, is this the way you watch boring football week in, week out? Wow. The passing is just too slow from Arsenal. If they can quicken the pace of the passes, they will definitely open this Tottenham team. Tottenham team doesn't is not an extraordinary team. It's not exceedingly good, but passes are very slow. And when you have slow passes, it makes it easy for the team to cover ground. Merino. Go! Trossard. Arsenal lead by 1 goal to nil. I knew that this guy's defense is not the best defense in the world. That was a very brilliant goal. The way they were able to break the line, very beautiful pass by Merino. Now Spurs has no option than to come out now. That was a very brilliant pass by Merino. Trossard moving into the attack and very very beautiful pass. And it's not offside. Hmm. Very very. Udoji was ball watching. Nice pass from Merino to Trossard. Beautiful control backwards. Even though he did not control it, he wanted to control it, but oh, it was even deflected. Interesting. But Arsenal fans don't care. They go 6 points. Six, I think 6 points top. Yeah, 6 points top over Chelsea. So no one cares how the goal came about. The most important thing is they are leading. And that's a huge one for the Gunners. They are coming again. Eze is on the ball to Calafiori. Nice pass to Trossard. Back to Calafiori. That's a very poor pass. A poor pass by Calafiori. Should be doing better. So let's see if Tottenham are going to come up, whether they're going to come out and do what we expect them to do. But this is where Arsenal are very, very good. If not for the last game against Sunderland, that they considered goals that no one expected. We all know that when Arsenal goes a goal up, you are going to like it takes the grace of God to equalize. So I don't know where Tottenham are going to see the goals from because they've not even held the ball. They are playing a 5-3-2 and there has really been nothing there. There has been nothing like no opportunities for them to do anything with the ball. Right in the 39th minute. Nice from Calafiori, very beautiful skill. But that should be a free kick for Tottenham to be able to escape the pressure that Arsenal is putting them on. Like it's a boring match, but Arsenal lead 1-0. So better for you to play boring and win the league goal than for you to excite and finish outside top four. Thomas Frank is currently looking at his tablets. I think it's more or less like an own goal because Van de Ven is currently like they are showing him and they are discussing whether it was an own goal or whether it wasn't an own goal. Or we have Bukayo Saka. The build-up play for the goal was quite good. Timber to Merino and then Merino a beautiful pass. And Trossard, I didn't even think that ball was going in initially from Trossard. The deflection changed the trajectory of the ball and it entered. What do Tottenham have? Beautiful pass. But as usual, Moreno comes charging in. Arsenal has tried 7 attempts. Tottenham are yet to attempt. That's a beautiful goal by Eze. Eze that's the reason why they spent a lot of money on him. Arsenal to Tottenham nil. The way football changes is crazy. Arsenal are going to the top of the league. And Tottenham cannot just believe their eyes. They are not just good enough. If it's Man City, and it's because Guardiola always plays to their hands. Like he's always playing into their hands. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. That's a beautiful goal by Tottenham Hotspur. Stretching his hand to the heavens, appreciating his God. Nice again from Declan Rice. Is this offside? Because I don't think the keeper can see you. That looks like offside to me. Just that now. Oh, the keeper should still be able to see that. I don't even know whether he's able to see. Oh, he was able to see it. Ateta with a very, very huge celebration with Gabriel Heinze. Gabriel Heinze used to be one of my favorite defender back when he was in Manchester United. Though. Now he's the assistant manager of Arsenal. Tottenham are scratching their heads, looking at, thinking what just happened. Arsenal 2, Tottenham nil. 2 goals in the space of about 7 to 8 minutes. It's very, very like they did not even come to play. At least in the days of Heung-min Son, it was more or less like they were able to achieve a bit of parity. Betancourt, Abi Palinia is just crawling. Thomas Frank is speaking with Ryan Mason. They are trying to deliberate on what to do. while Arsenal fans are having the best time of their lives. They are going to be alone at the top. Nice tackle by Declan Rice again. They just won a corner kick. Easy. That's a very, very brilliant goal from him. I didn't even know why Man City did not even go for him. But this offside thing now, this looks like offside though. We don't even know what is offside and what is not offside again, Seth. So I don't even know how that is not offside. They said the keeper saw the ball. Ever since ever since the Liverpool team against Man City, we don't even because that thing, how the fuck is that not offside? How is that not an offside? That looked like offside. Arsenal has eventually turned up after the first 30 minutes. I think the first goal like just opened up the game for the Gunners. Tottenham, this 5-3-2 formation is not really working. That was nearly a bad tackle. Let's see what they can do. We're already in the dying minutes now, more or less like the ref has added 3 minutes extra time. Udogie and Timber are doing wrestling on the other side of the pitch, and the ref has to blow a free kick. I think Michael Oliver has something to say to them. Ah, that's a back-to-back fight. Ateta is stretching his hand. It's interesting to see something like that happening on the pitch. With 2 minutes left, I think Vicari is electing to hoof the ball up towards the box 18. So I don't see Tottenham scoring in this match. It doesn't even look that way at all. So we are likely to have COYG on our timeline. We already even seen that's even a very, very bad that's a very, very bad kick. Did not even go anywhere. Tottenham are like kind of disjointed. Mike Oliver is not even he's not even blowing his whistle for anybody. Just allowing the game to be very, very physical. It's one of the easiest victories that Arsenal has had in the London Derby in a long while. Nothing, no, the 5-3-2. I don't even understand how what Tottenham were thinking about because you put Kudu central. Why is he going to get the ball when you know that one of Arsenal's biggest strengths is having the double pivot of Zubimendi and Declan Rice. Declan Rice is arguably the best defensive midfielder in the world, and Zubimendi is one of the top passers that is also a defensive midfielder. So it's just more or less like you are just calling for trouble. It's halftime at the Emirates. It's Arsenal 2, Tottenham nil. And we have easy scoring and maybe no scoring. It's been a brilliant game so far in terms of the goals, but it's been boring. So we're going to like have a short break and then we'll be back. We should be back for the second half. I'm not really sure, but hopefully we are back for the second half to see what Arsenal can do, whether they can add more goals or whether Tottenham can respond. Though with what I'm seeing here, Tottenham are unlikely to respond unless Arsenal gets a red card. That's the only way they'll be able to respond. And can see that when it comes to the match, it's been a brilliant match so far. Nothing like both teams are not giving in, but it's going to be quite interesting to see what like comes up from the game, especially in the second half. I'm expecting that we might see some push from Tottenham. But if Tottenham comes out too much, Arsenal has players that can punish them. They have the likes of Martinelli. Even I'm not going to be surprised if we see Madueke at a point in the game. So we just go for a short break and then we'll be back. That's just to have that break. I think somebody just texted saying that it's a crazy match. We all know that football can be crazy at times, but Arsenal has, at least they've created most of the chances in the game. So it's just a matter of just checking and seeing that the match continues to go that way. For Arsenal fans, it's a great one for them. I'm sure that they are going to be happy. But let's just take a short break and we'll be back in a while to just continue the second half. Then yeah, back to continue the second half. Yeah, we're back for the second half. Um, I can see someone just put that I predict two more goals. I don't know. Xavi Simons is on for Tottenham, or Tottenham as I like to call them. Let's see how the second half goes. So I want to see if there's a change in shape. Looks like it's almost still similar shape. Trying to see who he came in for. Yeah, they've been a change in shape. So Kudus is gonna be. They've switched to a back four. The back three was obviously a mistake. Another goal by Eze. Wow, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. Scoring in the North London Derby and Eze. This is now Arsenal 3, Tottenham nil. So, 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 so crazy. The substitution has not even functioned and it's already 3 nil. Arsenal are really, really living. They are living their life. Very, very brilliant goal. To the to the left. Give the keeper what we call out to. Up the Gunners, 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 up the Gunners. The match is over. It's almost over. I don't see anything Tottenham wants to do from now. Even Eberechi is actually speaking with the ref. It's laughing. So crazy. It's likely to be the game changer. The Arsenal team is very, very strong. They have a very strong bench. They have a very strong team. It's likely to be the difference between them winning and losing the league. Even without Gyökeres, they are still able to dominate without playing very well. That's the crazy thing. Ateta, and the crazy thing is Eberechi Eze was going to Tottenham before Ateta changed it. It's likely to be embarrassing. The match is already reaching the embarrassment era, and no, Martinelli has not even entered. Like there has not been much. Hmm, hmm. EBL, just reading something on Twitter. EBL says Chelsea are not title contenders with Koi possibly. Without him, no chance. Culturally, they switch it on and off most week and don't respect defending. Hmm. The problem with Chelsea is just consistency. It's just consistency, consistency, consistency. Xavi Simon on the ball, looking for Kudus on the wing. I'm just reading his chart and it's very, very funny. Like, and that's very crazy because yesterday in the Man City game, Man City were trying to break down Newcastle with long throws, and I knew that is never gonna happen. Declan Rice to Trossard, that was very close to being a hat trick for Easy. This is crazy. Hmm, that looked like offside. And a slot momentum, like me too. I do see Liverpool kind of turning it around, but the gap is just too much. Declan Rice has just been like the difference, like the major difference. Arsenal are now very, very comfortable with a three-goal nil. They definitely want to embarrass Tottenham. The match is over. Although I said I predict two more goals, you're probably right because Arsenal has scored one, and obviously I see them even scoring more goals. It's just the natural thing in football. Like they are just too good not to be able to score more goals in this game. They are just too good. Now they have a free kick with Declan Rice on the ball, and we know how good Declan Rice is with free kicks. Let's see what he can do. That was very close. Trossard should be able to save that ball in. It's all those kind of players like Trossard, they're the kind of players that will make you stay in the on. They might not make you win the title, but they are quality players. Although, but how many people do you want to dream? It will be Mendy with a very smart tactical foul. Snap fans are not going to allow us to hear word on social media. Oh. They are not going to allow us to hear word. We ain't gonna hear word on social media. 10 attempts, 5 shot on target. Tottenham has none. No single attempt and they want to win. It's not possible now. How do you want to win? It's going to be difficult for you to win. Saka is on the ball again, leading the counter. Bukayo Saka to Zubimendi. We're in the 54th minute and Arsenal are leading by 3 goals to nil. So the game is as good as over. That's a nice tackle. Goal from Richarlison. This is a beautiful goal. How did this ball enter? That's crazy. That's if it's not gonna be disallowed, but that's a very crazy goal. Wow. Football is a very crazy sport. He won the ball cleanly. Oh. Wow. Ah, this is one of the best goals I've seen in a long, long time. Literally finished. Nothing for Raya at all. Wow. 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 Very, very crazy goal. Arsenal were close to scoring the fourth. Football. Are we going to get a classic? Very crazy goal from Richarlison. Somebody says on Twitter, Richarlison is a funny player. Richarlison. That's a very, very strange and beautiful goal. Wonderful. Ateta is telling his players to calm down. Very strange goal. Somebody said on Twitter, Raya was working from home. It's very that's very funny. But there's nothing Raya you think but there's nothing Raya could do for that ball. Like there's nothing he could do for that ball. That ball just dropped perfectly into the back of the net. It's 3-1. It's been an easy clinic so far. But Richarlison has scored a goal that it's very, very. I've been disappointed with Kudus. We are playing close to Calafiori and you have been unable to do anything. That's a foul, Napolino. What are you complaining about? Zubimendi got cut out again. That's a foul. You could so easily have removed your feet away. That could have even been a yellow card because some refs will give yellow card. It's because Michael Oliver was looking away. Merino, all these Spanish players, they are very tidy on the ball. Arsenal are looking sloppy, oh, and it's quite early. 30 minutes to go. Are we going to have an exciting game? I'm not sure. I still see Arsenal scoring one more goal because this Tottenham defense doesn't look good and they've switched to a back four. That back three was a very, very terrible formation. It showed that they wanted to come here and hope for a new. Yeah, Sapo Momo. Nice clearance by Nkapie. Mm, nice control by Trossard. But nice defending. I think this is when Arsenal needs to think of bringing in Martinelli or Madueke because both of them are faster than Trossard and they know how to shoot the ball very well. Surely Madueke, it's just that he can be a frustrating player. That's why Chelsea sold him for 55 million. Because if you are thinking of strength, power, he has all of that. Mm, that was very close from Declan Rice. Very, very close. But that is the beauty of working the ball out from the back. Mm. Xavi Simons with the ball. He's more of a driver. Why did he not pass that ball? The ball that you will pass for someone to cross. Where are you driving into? This guy I always knew that if he goes to a big club, he might not turn up the way he is. He has been hyped from when he was young, when he was in Barcelona. But I've not really seen sha- much from like to justify the hype. He's a decent player, just like you with Telemans. But Xavi Simons is just there, to be honest. Chelsea should even be thanking their God that they did not even sign him for 55 million. Because that would have been signing another player that doesn't move the needle. A club like Chelsea needs to sign players that move the needle for them. Jed Spence has been playing reckless so a bit. Nice, but Kudus is not in this game at all. Kudus is not he is not in this game at all. Kudus. Okay, Korimole just bends his head and plays a bit like a stronger version of Ashavi. You just bend your head and then you are running with the ball. No, now they don't do like that now. Kudus is a decent player, but I don't know. Kind of player I feel needs to play in a certain system. But that goal by Richarlison is a very, very wonderful goal. Those are the kind of goals that they will put in the highlight and make you think that Richarlison is maybe a $150 million and this thing. Taiwo Olufemi Shola says, I wasn't expecting any magic from Spurs. Are you a Chelsea fan or an Arsenal fan? He said, I wasn't expecting any magic from Spurs. What were you expecting? You were, even I myself, to be honest, I wasn't expecting any magic from Spurs because I know that they are, they are who they are who they are. Like, I wasn't expecting any magic. Oh, Blues for life. Oh, that's very, very good. But do you think Chelsea can really do anything? Because that Chelsea team, they don't look matured to me. Oh. They might beat Arsenal next week, oh, but I don't think they look very matured to me because they are not really, really reliable. Said with that performance against United, yeah, obviously that performance against United it wasn't a great performance. Where even with red card, man was able to equalize. Hopefully Chelsea can do something, but me I don't see almost another goal again, no, by Arsenal. I don't see um hopefully Chelsea can turn up because Rich James had to only play half time yesterday and Rich James is very, very important. Levi Colwill is injured. Okay, now he's trying to bring in now Tottenham are trying to bring in physical players in the middle. And oh yeah, I haven't forgotten that they have this guy from PSG. Our team our team might be young, but we love the underdog story. True, but I think my biggest issue with Chelsea is more or less like you are building, we understand. But if you are building, you sign Chelsea has needs a quality striker. Another thing that I also feel that Chelsea needs beyond even a quality striker is sign quality like players that can move the needle. Imagine Chelsea were in the running for Xavi Simon. What does Xavi Simon want to do? He's just a regular player. Chelsea needs like one or two players to be able to make wave. Although Xavi Simon that I was talking about just fired the shot that was saved by Raya. And calling Chelsea an underdog, is Chelsea really an underdog? Chelsea has spent about 1 billion now. It's just that most of the money have been spent on players that still need time to mature. But I don't really consider Chelsea an underdog per se because you don't spend 1 billion and be an underdog. The only problem is just that the two places that Chelsea need strike players, that's a striker and a goalkeeper. You can't win the league with Sanchez as your goalkeeper. That one is very sure. And I'm sure that you also know that. So if Chelsea had signed a very quality striker and a good goalkeeper, I'm sure that even I myself, I won't say you are going to rule out Chelsea, but I'm trying to think. Like you have Delap, you have Jao Pedro, but when the going gets tough, where will the goals come from? So yeah, he said that I'm on top of the comments with regards this. I've really been disappointed with the signings. Like the signings are not. Imagine your three strikers: Jao Pedro, Delap, and what was his name? The guy that you guys signed on a free from Barcelona, Mark Gui. You can't sign those three players and say yes, you can win cup because when it comes to cup is luck. When Chelsea won their two Champions League, they were not top of the league now. The first Champions League that Chelsea won, Chelsea finished sixth in the league. The second Champions League that Chelsea won, I think Chelsea finished fourth. So Chelsea can win the Champions League. I don't even doubt that one. It's just for players to pick from at the right time. But that league is a marathon. No? You need quality players. Yeah, I like the fact that you agree with me on that. That when it comes to the signings, like if Chelsea had even the money that they used to sign João Pedro and what's his name, Delap, if they had even gathered the money together to sign Osimhen, we know Osimhen is an injury-prone striker, though. But if you sign someone like Osimhen for Galatasaray signed him for 75 million. But let's assume you sign someone like Osimhen for 80 million and you sign a Delap as his backup. Yes, that's fine. Because you expect Osimhen to play 30 matches. Delap 30 million, not bad. And then obviously you sign a goalkeeper, a quality goalkeeper. Even if it was Donnarumma, we know Donnarumma is not good with his feet, but a Donnarumma would have also been fine. Then everybody can say yes, Chelsea are, because Donnarumma in a season will save you at least 9 to 10 points in a season. But Chelsea signings have been very, very underwhelming. And that would reduce the dependence on Cole Palmer. But Cole Palmer's injury is very, very funny. But how will somebody be having a stubbed toe in 2025? I remember when we were young, we used to call it shit toe. How will you shit toe in your house? You are playing in your house and you shit toe and you're out for 3 weeks. Obviously, if somebody should have a shit toe injury, you're definitely going to be out because you won't even be able to wear shoe. But I know that all these football clubs, they have ways they can inject the toe, they can do a lot of things. But that injury must have been bad for Chelsea not to even risk him at all. Then the injury was a bad injury. Tottenham's coach has brought on subs. At least early, still 3-1. The next goal is going to be very, very interesting. Yes, I can see the update on the injury was funny. The update on the injury was very, very funny because I'm like a professional player, but anybody can shit toe, sha. That's the truth. Anybody can. They call it a stopped, or Oyinbo call it stopped toe, but we know it as shit toe. You have injury on your toe, and they said he got the injury. This Xavi Simons is overrated. This cross very okay. It's not even Xavi Simons, Palina. He said he got the injury from playing at home. But you that you're, ha, I don't know about Shito and play, because if you Shito and you play, you are going to feel a kind of pain. But I remember in secondary school, I Shito once or twice, Sunday set. But you can't compare footballers now. Like, yes, you can Shito and play, but these are, that Cole Palmer's leg alone, self, the insurance on his leg is going to be a massive massive insurance. I know he's your star player. It's better for him to sit out for 2 weeks than than for him to what do you call it? It's better for him to sit down for 2 weeks than for him to get injured and the injury escalates. Because I don't think he will be able to. Yeah, yeah, I get that you're just playing, it is but it's a very funny injury. But so what do you think about Barcelona, Chelsea versus Barcelona? because I was discussing about Lamine Yamal, and that guy is that guy is really on another level. I don't know what they give them in La Masia, whether they give them a special food, but they are just a different beast entirely. Yeah, I also feel I think the reason why Maresca is has not been under any pressure, is not really under a lot of pressure, is that Chelsea has that is the thing about Chelsea. Wow, this could be a goal. That's the funny thing about Chelsea. Chelsea is the kind of team that you would call, like, if you want to use a word for them, you say a mediocre team. They don't lose enough matches for you to say that their manager is under pressure, and they don't win enough matches to say that they are going to win the league. And him winning the Conference League last season and the Club World Cup is very huge. So that is two things that I know that helped him. Because me, he only won Conference League and he did not win that Club World Cup. It will not he would have been under pressure. But Chelsea are the champions of the world, at least for the next 4 years. They can always say that champions of the world. I'm even Yamal, yeah, Yamal is somebody that I don't know. I don't even consider him a good player. He is a world class player. He's beyond good. The thing that amazes me about that boy, a very nice chance from Saka. The thing that amazes me about Lamine Yamal is his ability, his decision making. I've not seen a young player, even so many older players. Every time I'm always frustrated about Phil Foden. Yamal's decision making is he makes football look very, very easy. But Chelsea has one of the best left backs in the world in Cucurella. Yeah, yeah, but that is what I said about. I can see your comment saying winning the Club World Cup was not in the cards group stage. That's the thing about cup. When it comes to cup, I'm not surprised because cup anybody can win cup. Chelsea has PSG last season in the Champions League finished 18th out of 22 to qualify for the next stage. When they beat Man City 4-2, they were this close to going out of the group stage. And after they beat Man City, they picked a mad form and they won the Champions League. So when it comes to cup, I'm not even surprised. Chelsea can pick form and win the cup. But league, that's why when they asked Zinedine Zidane, people thought that he was just joking. They asked Zidane that what was his most difficult trophy when he was managing Madrid. And this is someone that won Champions League gold back to back to back 3 times in a row. He said his most difficult trophy was winning the league. Winning the league is the hardest thing to do. I always tell people, they always think it's winning cup. Winning the league is because winning the league, you need perfection. You need to be good all through. But winning cup, if you pick form at the right time, you are going to win it too. It will just be as if, like when Chelsea won that first Champions League, they lost the first leg to Napoli. The next thing, Didier Drogba came back. They won Napoli. Chelsea were winning as underdog. Even against Barcelona, nobody thought Chelsea would even beat Barcelona. But they kept on. If it's your year, it is your year. But league, you can't use. I barely hear people say they use luck to win league. Oh. Even the people that win league on the last day, I don't see that as luck because you must have won at least 20 matches, 20 to 25 matches to say you want to win league. And ever since Guardiola came to England, the threshold of winning league has even become more and more higher. Before Guardiola, to win past this ball, Javi Simons, before then, he has given the ball to Kudus. Before Guardiola came, to win league was you need just 80 points. But after Guardiola came now, to win league, you are thinking of 90. 90 points now is the threshold to win league now. So it's very, very crazy. Oh. So that's why when people say the only cup that I can say is harder than winning league to a certain level is World Cup. Because World Cup, you are representing your country, yada, 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 yada. True. Because the pressure is much. But Pep, Pep just made it very, very hard because now 90 points, 90 points. Even last season, Liverpool won it with about 80 points. So it wasn't up to 90, but 90 points now is like the 90 points is like the threshold. It just came and it changed everything. 90 points is like the threshold. Tottenham are playing well, but that third goal appears to have ruined the game. Maresca is a decent coach. I know Chelsea fans tend to complain about his substitutions, that he does not know how to do good substitutions. I don't really watch enough Chelsea games to really like determine whether he's good in doing substitutions or not. And most times when I watch Chelsea games, they don't tend to perform very well. Like even yesterday when I live streamed the game against Burnley, the first half Chelsea did not play well in that first half. The second half they were able to play well. Is Eze going to score a trick? He scored a hat trick. Oh, wow! He wants to off his shirt. He's saying no, he's not offing his shirt. Arsenal has finished the game. Eze is the man of the match. So crazy. Somebody that was meant to go to Tottenham ended up scoring a trick against them. He might be the difference in them. I even see them winning the league. He might be the difference in them winning the league. Is a hat trick. He's already even with this hat trick against Tottenham, I will say he's already on his way to becoming an Arsenal legend. Because how do you score a trick against Tottenham? That's crazy. This one went to go and fall down. This one went to fall down at the wrong time. It's over. Eberichi Eze. But these are the guys that could have played for Nigeria. Nigeria would have gone far. But it is what it is. Even if they play for Nigeria self, they'll be playing like the other people. So I'm not so it's not so there's no surprise. Eze is just the Eze is just the difference. At least for today. So it's Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. Ateta removes Trossard. This Arsenal squad and he brings in Madueke. This is crazy. Tottenham they've waved the white flag. Thomas Frank, he just cost them this game. The substitutions that the 3-5-2 that he did was just rubbish. He just came to play for a draw. And he got what he deserves. He did not come to win this game. Yeah, Easy has scored that trick. It's just crazy. I don't know. Although Chelsea used to turn up against Arsenal though, but that next week, just that it is at Stamford Bridge though. But that next week, it might even be 5. Eze again. He nearly scored 4. It's crazy. Stamford Bridge is gonna be hot next week. And the funny thing is that they actually stole Eze from Tottenham. They stole him from Tottenham. Hopefully Chelsea can stop them. Easy. Tottenham have tried their best. Emirates is rocking. Chelsea without Cole Palmer. Let's see what they will be able to do. Just this Xavi Simons. Nah. Chelsea fans should just be thanking their God that they did not sign this guy. That's why when Chelsea wanted to sign him, I was just see on Twitter, this one said, "Thank God Chelsea didn't sign Xavi Simons. Absolute shit of player. Xavi Simons, a nothing footballer." Chelsea fans are going to be very, very happy that they did not sign him. That money is better for them to use that money to go and sign somebody else than signing him. Because when I was like Chelsea wants to sign him, I'm like, why? He's not a midfielder that moves the needle. If you want to sign a midfielder that if you sign him, everybody knows that you've done something huge. So hmm, Chelsea has the Chelsea Chelsea has that potential though. At least one thing I know is if Delap should start that match, that's if Delap starts, the Arsenal defenders are not going to be as free as they are today. But the thing is, Arsenal defenders are very physical though. Because if João Pedro should start that match as this number nine, I don't see much for us for Chelsea unless they're able to dominate. Because João Pedro is not the kind of striker that can disturb these Arsenal defenders. You need a striker that is very, very physical. And Delap is quite good. Delap is a striker that runs the channels, is physical. He gives you those kind of things that you want. Pedro Porro, very good crosser of the ball. Oh, disappointed me. Because João Pedro is not the kind of person that I would want to play in that kind of match. Like against Arsenal. Even if he's to play, he should play as number 10, sorry. Like to lead the line. Give that ball to Madueke and his powerful running. Just that he crossed the ball. Corner kick. Arsenal Arsenal are Arsenal are rolling. They are rolling, 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 rolling. Everybody is playing well. Pedro will start behind the striker, but that they lap. He needs to start because if he use Pedro, it's just that I know Maresca. He might want to start Pedro as the number nine because this guy that replaced Gabriel is I would even say is even more physical than Gabriel. Hincapié. I don't know if you've seen him. That guy is a specimen. Very, very powerful and strong defender. You are not going to someone like Jao Pedro, they'll just be bullying him off the ball. But that Chelsea performance against Burnley, it wasn't a good performance. The only reason why during my live stream I did not criticize Chelsea too much was that the match was a 12 o'clock kickoff. And we all know if you watch football for long, that 12 o'clock kickoff after international break is always difficult for every team. Even Liverpool under Klopp struggled for all those 12 o'clock kickoffs. So that's why I just looked at Chelsea that performance, it wasn't a good performance, but it's more or less like 12 o'clock kickoff after international break. It's I can always give Chelsea a pass because that first half, if they played like that, the way they played in the first half against Arsenal, they are going to lose. But 12 o'clock kickoff, Saturday, that's not the best time to play anybody at all. That was not the best time. So I was like, okay, that's fine. The second half was much more better. And but we all know Chelsea versus Arsenal, you can't really predict because Arsenal were able to dispatch of Burnley like quite easily. But that's and I like what Guardiola said 2 days ago. The season is just starting. There's no international break till March. So this is the best time for teams to know their best 11. Everybody are able to know which player is the best player. Arsenal fans, you can drop comment. I'm sure that Arsenal fans are celebrating. We're going to see a lot of COYG today. Like, especially my friend as an Arsenal fan, that she's always putting elephants on top of tree. But anyways, let's see. They even deserve to even win the league. How do you come like if Ateta doesn't win the league this season? Even if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'll start to lose faith. Arsenal has come in second in the last 3 seasons. How do you come second, 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 second? If they don't win the league this season, Seth, it's crazy. They are leading. They just showed the table. Now Arsenal are leading with 29 points. Man City is third And then you have Aston Villa on 21 points. Seems Aston Villa they managed to win today. So now they're about to bring in their young prodigy One into the game. I think he's going to come in for Saka because they have to rest Saka for the game. The only Tottenham player that even kind of turned up is today's Richarlison. Yeah, they've been consistent too for the past 3 seasons. They've carried second. They've taken second for the past 3 seasons, and I'm like, wow. So, and what Ateta even did this season, they did not really sell anybody. They still bought in more players, so they've invested huge to ensure that they're able to be where they are. Because last season, all these injuries that they have would have affected them. But now Martinelli is injured. You bring in Hincapié. Calafiori self can even play centre back if you want to use Calafiori there. Saliba is injured. You bring in Mosquera. You don't have a striker. You have Easy. You have where else did they sign again? You have Easy. You have Madueke. And obviously you still have your main stalwarts like Declan Rice wants to fight. You still have your you still have your main you still have your main stalwarts like Declan Rice, who is arguably the best defensive midfielder in the world. He's even the best defensive midfielder in the world, or the best centre midfielder in the world. You still have other players there that have that quality to people like Bukayo Saka. Still have Odegaard to come back. You still have players like Saliba. You have players like Timber, White. That's a very, very good squad. And what Ateta did is, which I like about him, is most of his players are 6 feet and above. So when you have tall players, especially in a physical league like the EPL, that's going to really matter. So, but Chelsea, your two most expensive players are not even tall at all, Caicedo and Enzo, but they are quality players anyways. So, but but Chelsea, you spend 1 billion and you did not sign a striker, you did not sign a goalkeeper. The people that are spending Chelsea's money, they are not trying for Chelsea at all. Anyways, Chelsea now they are signing players to resell, so I'm not surprised. I think this guy should be back from suspension. I don't know whether they've cancelled the suspension, and the Ukraine guy, Mikhailo Mudrich. Don't know if he's still suspended. Because last time I heard that the suspension was a mistake, blah 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 blah. But see now, Incapi looks like he's injured. They brought in Mosquera. So, and this is it's even funny. Richarlison is a very, very stubborn striker. See the way they handled Richarlison. I can only imagine maybe João Pedro will be better next week, sha. Because if they can handle Richarlison, a very, very physical striker, we'll see what they will do to João Pedro. Yeah, Arsenal has been playing fine, but if they are definitely going to be on the top around February. I see them. For them to have carried second for the past 3 seasons, that shows that they are always around the top in February. So, and this season, Man City is not it. Liverpool is not it. Chelsea, I'll I will see it before I believe it for Chelsea. So if Chelsea is able to be consistent, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I'll see it before I be because that Sanchez, that guy is an accident waiting to happen. Arsenal are creeping. Yeah, Liverpool. But the thing I see about Liverpool is it's just that the gap between Liverpool and Arsenal is high because Liverpool they played okay yesterday. Their defense is just porous, but they have a lot of simple fixtures. They've played most of their tough matches. They've played Arsenal. They've played like for them to pick form. And now there's no international break to distract them. They've played Arsenal, they've played Man City. I don't know if they've played Chelsea. I think Liverpool has played Chelsea now. I think so. I know that. So it's just all about going on a run of form. Imagine if they're able to win like maybe 6 games in a row, 5 games in a row. But the gap, what Arsenal is trying to do now is to ensure that that gap is so much because they too they are going to lose form. They are trying to ensure that, oh, Chelsea won against Liverpool. Yeah, 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 2-1. I remember. I remember now. So they are making the gap. What Arsenal is trying to do now is that they are trying to make that gap so wide that even if when they lose form, the gap will be too much that other teams will not be able to catch up. They will not be able to catch up because Liverpool, no, Liverpool, they are on 18 points now. Arsenal is on 20, I think 26 points. That's not too much. That's about 9 points. In football, 9 points is not much, but that is still like huge for Arsenal. As mean Arsenal was on maybe 23, 24. It's just for you to just pick from. Because Liverpool are just 4 points behind Chelsea. Oh. And we are saying that they are in a crisis. And it's because they won their first 5 matches. So they are just 5 points behind Chelsea. And 4 points behind Chelsea. So if they win 2 matches and Chelsea does not win 2 matches, they are above Chelsea. I don't see any magic from Pep. I'm a Man City fan and I've enjoyed the good days. There's really no magic. Nothing is going to happen. We're in our we're in our Manchester United, we're in our pre-Manchester United era. There's no magic that is going to happen to win the league. He appointed Liverpool's former assistant manager. What's his name? Lange Diaz. We are playing a high line. That high line, Man City high line is not our game. That high line is not going to like our game is too open. You can't win the league being that open. The time that you can the time I said pre-Man United era, like pre-Man United failure era. That's what I wanted to say. Like when we were younger now, Manchester United was what we used to call PDP. And Man you were like the main they were like the main guys. But now, like very soon, we are getting into our own Man U era. Because if you told me when I was young that Man U will not win league for their last league was 2013, Man U will not win league for 10 years, I would say is a lie. It's not possible. Because then we used to call Man U PDP because of PDP was the dominating party in Nigeria, and they used to get a lot of questionable calls. Man U were always winning league. I watched the video. I think it was 2008, 2009, team of the season. Man U had 9 players. Gerrard was the only player from Liverpool, and John Terry. I think John Terry came from Chelsea. Those were the only 2 players that were not Manchester United players that were in the team of the season. Imagine one team had 9 players in team of the season. Now Man U are now you can't even tell your child to be a Man U fan now and you will agree because there is a new generation now that has never seen Man U win the league. So Guardiola too has done his own. We won 4 Premier League in a row. That has never been done. I don't even think anybody will do it in a long while. So let us enjoy this phase because our midfielders are not strong players. We've lost that physicality in the middle, and we are very Haaland dependent. Our defense is very porous. No, you can't win the league that way. It's not gone are the days. The only team that I know used to do that thing then, I don't even know which team has even won the league with their defense porous. I don't know. I can't even remember any team that has won the league. Because all the league that Chelsea used to win, their defense is always very, very strong. The match is over. Congratulations to Arsenal on winning. It's final 4-1. So I just feel Man City's defense is not going to let us win the league. You need your defense to be very, 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 very tight. Very, very tight. Because Leicester, when they won the league, their defense was very tight because they did not score a lot of goals. Which other team won league? Liverpool last season when they won the league, they had a very good defense. Um, which other team? I would say the old Man U team because the old Man U team, some of those Man U teams, they don't have very good defense. They conceded quite a lot of goals. But beyond that time now, yeah, congratulations to our London neighbor. Another a very very brilliant victory by Arsenal. Iberichi Eze doing the wonders. That's what money does. And imagine instead of Eze, just wanted to sign Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons is 24 years, Eze is 27. Why not sign a midfielder that immediately makes you a very, very good team? You want to go and sign another work in progress. The celebration is plenty in North London. It's going to be very, very huge. Uh, but the truth is that yes, you need to concede the few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to concede few goals. That is the era we are. You can't be a leaky defense and win the league. You might be a leaky defense and win the league, maybe in La Liga. Yes, La Liga, because that's what Barca did last season. Barca last season was score me two, I score you five. That's the way they won the league last season. But in the EPL, yeah, I don't think you can do that though. But in La Liga, yes, La Liga you can concede 100 goals and win the league. Is score me, I score you like what is the name of that game? OGO Juro that we used to play when we were younger, where nothing there are no rules. Score two, I score you four. But in the EPL, you can't really do that. It's a very very huge victory for Arsenal. Like I'm happy for them. Like it shows that they are serious about winning the league. And COYG, come on, you Gunners! Gunners are going to win the league. The elephant is sitting on the table alone. It's a very very huge one for Arsenal. Like I'm so happy for the Gunners, even though I'm not an Arsenal fan. They showed a lot of poise today. They really took the game to Tottenham. The first 30 minutes was quite boring. I was actually yawning when doing the live stream. But the last few, like towards the end of the first half, Trossard scored, then Eze scored again, then Richarlison scored a fluke, Eze scored again, and that's the end of the match. So today is just all about Eze. And when you sign a player for 65 million, that's what you sign him for. You sign him to dominate the big games. Arsenal did not sign Eze to beat Burnley. They signed Eze to beat teams like Man City, to beat teams like Chelsea, to beat teams like Tottenham, like when you have to perform, and he was able to perform, and that's very huge for Arsenal because with what has happened now, the Premier League table is looking like better for them. They are able to extend their lead on in the league, which is quite huge. It's going to be like the current table now is showing Arsenal in a very very advantageous position. I don't even know who is going to be able to run them down, to be honest. Like if you see the current position now, Arsenal is currently top of the table, 29 points. And then you have Chelsea or Shekbe, 23 points. We have my club, Manchester City, 22 points. We have Aston Villa on 21. It seems Aston Villa won today because for them to be on 21 points, they probably won. And then you have Crystal Palace on 20 points. It's a very, very huge victory for Arsenal. Eze is the man of the moment. He has been able to show the faith that Ateta had in him. Although to be honest, I don't really know if that was really a huge feat because when you sign a player for a lot of money, then you automatically like have that one is not like there's nothing you automatically have faith in him. But it shows that Arsenal are serious about winning the league, and I'm happy for the Gunners. Next week they are going to be away at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. I'm going to do like one or two videos talking about my early prediction. But for now, I don't I don't really have much prediction till I think when Chelsea plays Barcelona, I can be able to, although it does not matter because every match is different, right? But if they play Barca, I would be able to know how good that Chelsea team is. If they're able to do well against Barca, then I would know that Chelsea is for real. But today is Eze's day. Eze is shining. I wish you played for Super Eagles, but unfortunately, you are playing for the England national team. No, obviously, we would want to play for Super Eagles that they are owing them money, but that's a story for another time. But would have loved to have players like Eze. Would have loved to have players like Udoji, the left back. Although I love Nigeria's current left back in Zaidu. Zaidu is not bad, but having players like Eze play for us would have been huge because currently for the National Super Eagles, when Alex Iwobi is your best passer, you know that there's problem, there's fire, there's big fire on the mountain. But Eze was impressive today in the center of the park, scoring a hat trick and assisting the other goal. No, okay, no, he did not assist. And pre-assisting the other goal, it was Merino that assisted the first goal for Arsenal. He's a very, very wonderful player. He's somebody that you would like to spend 70 million on, and you know that he's going to perform. Because that's why when Arsenal was signing him, I was like, it's a no-brainer. You are actually signing somebody that plays in the Premier League. So when you sign someone like Easy, it's just like you are signing someone that you are sure he does not need 3 months to adapt to the game. Eze is someone that you can sign today and he starts playing tomorrow and he will turn up. And we can see that he has actually turned up today. Like we can see the beauty of the goals that he scored. They were all emphatic finishes. He did not even think twice before finishing those, but showing you the type of confidence that he has. What do you guys think about the Arsenal? Do you think that they can win the league? Like, do they look like the primary favorites, even though everyone knows that they are the obvious favorites to win the league? Arsenal has like, from my own opinion, I just believe that the the gap between them and the rest is getting higher and higher. And I don't trust people are like I'm a Man City fan and I'm talking down, but this season I don't really trust Man City. That our defense is just too open. I don't see us stopping Arsenal from winning the league. Unless maybe Arsenal collapses, there's something strange that happens. I don't see how Man City is going to win the league. Chelsea, as I said earlier, for Chelsea, I will say it's a bit how did they say? I think the white people they have a way of saying it. I would, I will believe it when I see it. Yeah, that's the right word. I just hope Chelsea proves me wrong. But for Chelsea, I'm going to believe it when I see it. When I see Chelsea being consistent, Chelsea going on 10 matches and winning, maybe Chelsea can win 8 out of 10 matches. Like, those kind of run of form that champions do. That's when that's when I'll kind of believe it. Like I'll be able to know that okay, this is this is actually possible that Chelsea can do it. But until then, I don't really consider Chelsea a title contender. As I earlier said, yes, Chelsea can win the Champions League. True. Chelsea can Chelsea can win the Champions League, but I don't really consider them a title contender until they do it. If they do it, yes, I'll be the first person to come out and admit that I underrated Chelsea. But for now, I'm not I'm not rating that Chelsea squad, especially the fact that they don't have a proven goal scorer. Yes, some people will say a goal scorer is not needed. After all, Guardiola used to win league with false nine. True. That's very, very true. But in Chelsea's case, it's quite needed. So looking back at the full match, you can see it's 4-1. Arsenal had 17 shots. Tottenham had just three. And shots on target, which is a very, very good metric. It's not just about having shots. Shot on target, Arsenal had eight. Tottenham had two. Ball possession, Arsenal had 57%. Fouls. The game was quite dirty in the first half, though. because Arsenal has 11 fouls, Tottenham has 15. Yellow card, Tottenham had three, Arsenal had one. Corner kick, Arsenal did not even have a lot of corner kicks today. Arsenal had four, Tottenham had one, and Arsenal had three offsides to Tottenham's one offside. That shows you that it was a clean game. Arsenal had more shots on target, and the shots on target that Arsenal had were just quality shots. If you see Eberechi's goals, they were all quality goals. You know that he has the ability to strike the ball very well. And also, Chelsea fans, what's happening to Raheem Sterling? We've not seen Raheem Sterling in a while, though. Is he still in Chelsea? Footballers, their life is very, very sweet. Imagine collecting £300,000 not to do anything. That's the kind of lifestyle I wish I can be living, where where I can just be collecting money and not doing anything. Because Chelsea wants him to find a club, and Sterling is saying he's not going to look for a club because of his family. He wants to stay close to his family. Chelsea are literally paying him not to do anything. That's that's really really crazy. Like that's Ryan Sterling. I used to be a very very good player when he was in Man City. He has over 100 goals for Man City. Many people are always surprised, but Sterling was one of Guardiola's like reliable players. The only thing that I just never liked about him was his ability to miss chances, because he scored about 120 goals for Man City. But with the chances that Sterling missed, Sterling should have had like maybe 500 goals. That 120 goals was not a representative of the chances that he saw. He should have had at least 200 to 300 goals. And this Chelsea team too might need someone like Sterling, no? Someone that can cut in, curve. But I used to play well against Arsenal, Ryan Sterling. Remember one goal that he scored against Arsenal where he cut him from the right and he used his left to finish the ball in. But at the moment, he's in the bomb squad. I think they call it bomb squad in Chelsea. The squad of players that are not relevant again. So it's very, very interesting to see like Arsenal's progression. They under Arteta his first season they finished eighth. Second season I think they finished fifth, and since then Arsenal has been finishing second, second, second. So 2025, 2026 looks like the year for Arsenal. They've started well. They are 9 points ahead of Man City. Okay, no, 7 points ahead of Man City, 6 points ahead of Chelsea. Let Chelsea even help us beat them. Please, if Chelsea should even win them, they can bring them back to the chasing pack. And the thing about Arsenal too is that this victory today now has increased their goal difference. Their goal difference is now 18. Chelsea's goal difference is plus 12. Man City's goal difference is plus 14. And if you are looking at the league, Arsenal has only conceded 6 goals. But are they going to break Chelsea's record? I don't think so. Chelsea has the record of the least goals conceded in the Premier League. They conceded 12 goals in the 2003, 2004 season. That record is very, very insane. I can't even remember Chelsea matches of them very well because I did not watch a lot of their matches then. But imagine, how do you concede 12 goals in an entire season? That's really, really crazy. But now Arsenal has conceded 6 goals and we are not even half of the season. So that Chelsea's record, I think that's the only record that is never going to be broken in England. I've said it several times to my friends. Chelsea conceding 12 goals in a season is never going to be broken. I think it's either 12 or 14 goals. Even if it's 14 goals, that record is never going to be broken, especially in the type of football that we play now, where defenders are not even defending. Because that time we still had the era of John Terry, we still had the era of Carvalho, we still had the era of so many places. Okay, I can see in the comments 15 goals. Let me just check it. Yeah, Chelsea goal considered record, right? Considered record. Oh, 15 goals. Yeah, that's right. 15. And Arsenal has considered 6. They've considered 6 goals in 12 matches. So if we do the calculation, we've played a third of the season. It's remaining 24 matches. So 3 times 6, 18. And I'm sure that they are going to concede more than that. So that 15 goals is a very, very insane record. That record is never ever going to be broken. Any other record will be broken. Man City's record of 100 points, that one is even going to be broken one day. Liverpool nearly even broke that record about 4 years ago when they won that league. But that Chelsea's record of 15 goals conceded is never ever going to be broken. Like, I don't see anybody breaking that Chelsea's record. Arsenal Arsenal can, but it's still. Let's just see how it goes. But me, I don't see this Arsenal team breaking the Chelsea's record of 15 goals because that record is. Even I myself sometimes when I think of that record, I'm always like, how did that Chelsea team do it? It's a very ridiculous record. Now that where teams like Barcelona are conceding 40 goals and they are winning the league, or 30 goals, and you just concede just 15 goals. But that is one of the great things about Jose Mourinho when he was still in his prime. But Jose Mourinho has actually lost it. I saw his comments 2 days ago when he was complaining about Benfica squad, and I'm like, this guy, you just got to Benfica and you're already complaining. That's very crazy. But Chelsea fans will always love Jose Mourinho. We know that one. He's their special one, and he has also coached Manchester United and Tottenham, and he was sacked in different ways there. So, but today is all about Arsenal. Today is about Mikel Arteta. Congratulations to Arsenal. Congratulations to everyone. And we are going to have the end of our live stream now. It was nice having having the live stream with you. Taiwo, Olufemi, Shola, I really appreciate your conversations on the comment section. It was nice having you converse. Hopefully, Chelsea beats Arsenal next week. I'm definitely going to live stream it, and I might have maybe one or two people just joining in for the call. But we're going to have a live stream on Champions League Tuesday. We'll just have look at different matches. I don't think I'm going to live stream a particular match. Just going to be talking about the different matches in Champions League as they are going, because I know on Tuesday we have about 8 matches, Wednesday to 8 matches. So it's just going to be a general live stream, just talking about different goals, looking at who has scored and what's happening in different matches. We also have next week is going to be a blockbuster, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Definitely going to live stream that. It's going to be huge at Stamford Bridge. I think last season, I haven't forgotten the scores of last season. I think Arsenal won, or let me see, Chelsea versus Arsenal head to head. Last season was looking at the head to head. Oh no, why are they? Why is it okay? Chelsea. Why are they bringing historical record? Let me see the record for last season. Arsenal won and they drew at Stamford Bridge 1-1. So let's see what will happen this season if Arsenal can go into Stamford Bridge and snatch the gauntlet. They already hold the gauntlet already. So it's just for them to go to Stamford Bridge and make us know that Chelsea are fake title contenders. And then we see how that goes from here. And until everyone have a great weekend and enjoy your weekend. Arsenal fans, continue celebrating, keep going. Come on, you Gunners. And for Chelsea fans, let's see what will happen next week. Cheers, everyone.